Hello, I'm Joseph, and in just a few minutes I'm going to tell you how a brief 12 words divine script connected me with God and how it helped me manifest abundance like I'd never imagined. Now, it's no trick. This short script completely changed my life, and I'll tell you all about it in this brief video. I discovered why success and achievement come so quickly to some people, but are so difficult and painful for others. And believe me, it's much simpler, easier, and faster than we ever thought. But first, I need to be honest with you. Everything you've heard and learned so far about manifestation doesn't work. You need to forget everything, because what I'm about to reveal to you is knowledge never before seen on the internet. Now, it has nothing to do with the law of attraction, meditation, rituals, repeating words, affirmations, or even positive thinking. No method created by men in this world is more effective in fulfilling our desires than the power of God. You won't find this 12 words divine script on Google, YouTube, movies, documentaries, or even books. Not even in seminars by gurus who will only drain your money. In the next 2 minutes and 17 seconds, you will discover the only way to tune your heart directly to the frequency of God and manifest everything you've ever dreamed of. This is what has allowed many ordinary men and women from all continents of the world to live the life of their dreams. It'll work for you regardless of your gender, as God makes no distinction between men and women. It also doesn't matter what your religion is, whether you're a Christian or not a Christian. In fact, this 12 words divine script is so powerful, it'll work even if you don't believe in God. Now look, I didn't believe it myself, and I saw my life transformed in the blink of an eye. Attention, what you will learn in this video is extremely confidential. It's a secret used by the great elites, celebrities, politicians, and millionaires. I've been trying to share this with as many people as possible, but I've started to receive various threats and boycotts. They removed my YouTube channel, several of my websites, and last week, they even tried to take my life. Don't believe it? Look at these images from my security camera. Therefore, if you're watching this video, it's because they haven't managed to censor me quite yet. The elites tremble at the thought of me sharing these secrets, as it could shake their power. I'm talking about divine secrets, energies, and ancient scrolls that have been passed down through generations of the world's most successful families for thousands of years. So no matter your profession or belief, this 12 words divine script is the key to unlocking wealth and prosperity in your life. Now, I'm going to tell you everything I know in this video, the secret to financial success used by elites, and most importantly, how you can apply it in your life in a practical and easy way and start seeing abundance in the coming days. In return, I ask that to watch this video attentively and to the very end. Be very careful where you touch, because if you leave this page, it's very likely that you won't be able to see this video again, okay? So, first of all, I need to tell you my story, or none of what I'm going to say to you will, really make any sense. Honestly, I'm ashamed to share this, but you absolutely need to hear it, as only then will you know the whole truth. I'll tell it quickly, just in a few minutes, but listen carefully, okay? I wasn't always a successful person. I didn't have mansions in various countries, a collection of designer watches, each worth a small fortune, or a Porsche Cayenne. I never even dreamed of helping my relatives and friends, let alone helping many people around the world to live their best lives. Quite the contrary, I was always very poor. I came from a very humble but hard-working family. My mother passed away a year after my youngest sister was born. My father always worked hard so that we could study and have a better life. I have 2 younger sisters, Sarah and Sophia, who I love with all my strength. That's why I did my best in school, studying all day. only stopping to sleep. I was always by far the best student, and because of that, I managed to graduate and go to college. I started studying in the morning and working in the afternoon and evening to help at home. Life was hard, but it was getting better with my financial help. We were very happy because after my graduation, we were going to be able to live well, and my father was finally going to be able to retire. But everything changed on that cursed cold and rainy night. My father was late. He usually got home at night. It was already the early hours of the morning and nothing. Suddenly the phone rang. I got a chill right away. I could already feel that something bad had happened. "Hello, this is the hospital. I need you to come to the hospital now." I went alone. My sisters were already sleeping. When I arrived, a doctor was waiting for me at the reception. "Your father had a heart attack, and unfortunately he passed away before help arrived." She spoke, but I couldn't hear. I couldn't believe it. I stood still for hours without reacting. He always had heart problems, but we never had the money to treat it, and he couldn't stop because he needed to work all day to support our family. You must be thinking that this is rock bottom. But no, it's going to get worse. Keep watching. I'm going to tell you how everything got even worse. I was already 18 years old, and we had no other relatives to help us. I had to drop out of college and find another job. I worked as a cleaner in the morning and at a gas station at night. Life was very difficult, and I didn't know how I could change it. A few days later, things got even worse. 2 employees at the gas station stole all the money from the cash register and the safe, but they only realized the money was missing when it was my shift. I was unjustly accused, fired, and arrested. It took almost a month for the investigators to find out that I hadn't committed the crime and let me go. In the meantime, the cleaning company fired me. My rent was overdue, and to make matters worse, my sisters were sent to an orphanage. If I didn't get the money soon, I would lose both my sisters and my home. I had lost everything and everyone I loved. I was truly at rock bottom. Without my father, without my sisters, and without the courage to start over, a thought kept echoing in my head. I wouldn't care if I died. You must be wondering, how did someone in that situation manage to become a successful person and still want to help me achieve my dreams? They say that when you hit rock bottom, the only way is up. And it was at that point, at rock bottom, that my luck started to change. What I'm about to tell you, I've never shared publicly. You will be skeptical at first, but you need to pay close attention. Understand? After 2 days lying down, without even the strength to eat, I heard the doorbell ring. It was the landlord coming to collect the rent in person. I'd never met the landlord. His employee used to handle the rentals. But he was sick, so he came in person. He asked me what happened and why I was in such a deplorable state. At that moment I broke down, opened my heart, and explained my whole story to him. He listened attentively and was moved. Then he asked me to get into his car, a beautiful red convertible Ferrari, and took me to his house for a meal. When I arrived, I was amazed by the size and beauty of that house. Everything was so large. His living room was bigger than my entire house. With high ceilings, chandeliers, several bedrooms and bathrooms, it looked like a palace. He asked an employee to serve me food. The table was huge, about 5 meters long. I had never seen such a lavish table. The trays were like those in movies. There were at least 10 types of food, various meats, breads, sweets, and drinks. After the meal, he called me to sit down and told me,
"My name is Leonardo. I come from a traditional Christian family, very old and very wealthy. We were nobles and held high positions in the court of Emperor Theodosius I more than 1600 years ago. To this day, I keep some scrolls with the history of my family. My family has always carried for generations a scroll that brings fortunes and good luck. That's why we have always had wealth and prosperity. In this scroll, there are manuscripts that detail a
12 words, divine script.
or as it says in the scroll,
12 words, divine script.
it also recounts that Theodosius I used to listen to this
12 words, divine script.
for 5 minutes every day, which was capable of tuning his heart directly to the frequency of God. When your heart is tuned to the same spiritual frequency as God, miracles start happening in your life effortlessly. In Christian culture, the heart is where the kingdom or altar of God is located within each person. It's the only part of our body that allows a 100% body and soul connection with the divine. This allowed Theodosius I to reconquer the province of Dacia, even against all odds. Families who know of this
Divine script.
don't like to share this secret. They are selfish and like to retain power for themselves. That's why very few people have heard of it. Even my grandparents were like that, and I'm very ashamed of it. This 12-word divine script is not a common script. It was created by the highest-ranking priests of the time. It's believed that they received a great blessing of knowledge from God and discovered that the most effective way to connect with God and have all your prayers answered was through the spiritual surrender that this script emits. So they wrote prayers, which later turned into a 12-words divine script. After that, they performed rituals and blessed this divine script and the entire scroll in an exact and precise manner to attract success, love, positive energies, and victories. Its first user was Theodosius I, who, after starting to listen to 12 words divine script every day, became one of the greatest emperors in history. It may sound like a joke, but it's the absolute truth. Speaking this divine script of just 12 words every day makes you attract many positive energies of luck, love, and success for you and your entire family. Your story touched my heart, Joseph. Today I listened to this divine frequency, and the only thing I asked for was for God to send someone to pass these teachings forward. And as soon as I heard your whole story, I was sure that person was you. You awakened in me an old desire to help others, which was very strong in me as a child. But as my family is very selfish, I ended up forgetting. I regret very much having such a great fortune and not having helped other people. The large scroll that contains all the words of the script, it divided into 2 parts. I only have 1 part. This is just 5 words of the divine 12-word script, but it has already worked for me and for all the previous generations of my family. I can't even imagine what the full power of this frequency would be if listened to in its entirety. I spent a lot of money to transcribe it and adapt it into an audio file that you can listen to on your cell phone. This is a very difficult process because the words that were used at the time have nothing to do with what we have today. And also, I had to pay a large sum to keep this entire project a secret. The people who produced it never knew the truth behind this divine script. I'm going to send you this divine frequency, as I already have much more than enough. It won't make any difference to me. You can stay in the house as long as you need and pay the rent when you can. I apologize for going to collect the rent without considering the situation you were in.
At the time, I felt like laughing, thinking this old man was crazy. But I held back, as I was in need of any help. I received a part of the divine script on my cell phone, completely disbelieving, happy just for not having to worry about the rent. But I knew I needed to have some faith in that script, as it was my last hope before throwing in the towel. That gentleman was very kind and wealthy. His gaze exuded truth. I didn't want to believe that he was just a madman. The next morning, things continued to worsen. Besides the rent, my electricity bill was also overdue, and in a few days, I would also be without power. And the huge bill on my credit card kept piling up. But I pushed on, didn't give up, and continued listening to that divine script every day. That was my last hope before saying goodbye to the world. My days kept getting worse. I received news that my sister Sarah, who was in the orphanage, was also very sick. My world collapsed. I cried while listening to that divine script every day, thinking of a promising future where I could have my sisters with me again. In the first few days, I saw no difference. But as the days passed, things started to change rapidly. I felt an indescribable divine strength on my shoulders, as if God himself was there looking at me, motivating me to achieve my goals. I had never felt such a strong connection with the divine. It's an inexplicable sensation. And mind you, at the time I considered myself an atheist. I decided to leave the house to look for a job and got a position in the first store I stopped to talk to. It was a car dealership, and I had no experience. But the owner said I had a glow and an inexplicable energy, and that's why he trusted me. The salary was going to be almost double what I earned at my old 2 jobs, plus commission. After just 1 week, I received a call from my former college dean. He told me he could keep my spot, and I could restart college where I stopped. It was at that moment that I understood. I had tuned my heart directly to the frequency of God. From there on, my life skyrocketed. Everything happened very quickly. In less than a month, I'd already sold more than 30 cars. With the money I earned, I paid the best lawyer in town and took my sisters out of the orphanage. I realized I also had an enormous luck and decided to start betting. I bought a lottery ticket and ended up winning a prize larger than my annual salary. 2 months later, I won a shopping mall raffle and received a new Porsche Cayenne. You know the best part? I didn't even know I was participating in this raffle. Everyone who spent more than $200 in the mall that month was automatically participating. Luck was always on my side. In addition to these big prizes, I won several smaller prizes. I took the opportunity and bought a 5,200 square foot mansion. In the meantime, I met Amelia, the woman of my life, who is now my wife and takes great care of my sisters. After all these gains, I even managed to double everything with some new cryptocurrencies. Many consider me a very lucky person. My friends call me the big winner. Indeed, I am very lucky, but this luck only appeared to me after I started listening to the divine script every day. But Joseph, how did you manage to help other people achieve success? Did you share this script with them? Calm down, keep watching, and I'll tell you that right now. I didn't want to keep this divine script just for myself. I needed to share this blessing with other people. I first tried to send it to my friends, but it didn't work. They only received a corrupted file. As I noticed that I couldn't share this divine script with anyone, I went to Leonardo's house, the owner of the old house I lived in. I told him everything that had happened since that night and thanked him on my knees. To my surprise, he already knew that was going to happen.
That night, I felt that by sending you the divine script, I would be able to fulfill my dream of helping other people. But as you have seen, you cannot create copies and send them to people.
I only managed to send it to you because I had an extra copy of the script.
This was a deal that my family had to make with the producer to prevent it from spreading all over the internet. And also, it's a way for the elites to keep this power only for themselves. As I mentioned earlier, this is just a part of the script, which is why it's only 5 words long. That's all there is in my family scroll. But it was enough to keep my family wealthy and prosperous for over 1,600 years. You can try sharing this divine script with people. It will work for many, as it did for you. But if you have the complete 12 words divine script, it will amplify your power to attract abundance by up to 10 times. I don't know where the part of the scroll that contains the rest of the divine script might be today. But the last I heard, it was in Italy, with a family of selfish elites. I'm too old for this. I'm turning 83 this year. If you want to help other people, you'll need to search on your own. Do it for both of us.
I decided that this would be my life's mission, to find the rest of the scroll, recover the complete 12 words, divine script, and help other people, even if I die trying. I took a plane to Italy and began searching, city by city. At first, I found many people selling supposed manifestation frequencies, but they were all ineffective. After 2 months of searching, I found a small church in a village in rural Italy. This church still had ancient scriptures. I could feel a different energy emanating from the place. I asked about the rest of the scroll and was taken to Father Antonio. He was very old, but radiated the energy and vitality of a 20-year-old. I told my entire story to Father Antonio. He was extremely moved and wanted to help me. He explained that the rest of this scroll was with a group of elites who sold this knowledge only to great celebrities and millionaires who wanted to get even richer. and that these events where these great millionaires listened to this divine script were completely private. Only those who paid a large sum to these elites could hear the script. But as he sympathized with my noble goal of helping people, he decided to help me too. He knew a former policeman who provided security for these private rituals, but the rule was very clear. Security guards had to wear large earplugs so they wouldn't hear the divine script. I spoke to this former police officer. At first, he was reluctant to help me. He said we would be killed. However, after a long time, I convinced him to help me. Actually, it wasn't for him. His wife was undergoing many medical difficulties, and they didn't have the money to cover these expenses. So, we made a deal. I would find a way to get the rest of that divine script, but also had to share it with the former policeman to help his wife. I started to put my plan into action. As soon as I entered that macabre event, I had a huge reality shock. I was face to face with dozens of world-famous millionaires, politicians, and celebrities. I could never imagine that those people were capable of doing this. Some I even admired at the time. They simply kept all these secrets to themselves and let the rest of the population believe that working hard is the only solution to a prosperous life. These millionaire people were performing bizarre rituals in front of me. I couldn't believe it was them. They seemed possessed by some kind of evil spirit. They cried or laughed non-stop. They rolled their eyes. The atmosphere was very disturbing. After the end of the event, I continued providing security for these people. I had to act very well in this part. I was very nervous, but I knew that if someone suspected, I could be killed right there. When most of the millionaires had already left, I decided to explore the place and found a black door that read, "Authorized personnel only." Obviously, I decided to enter this door. There, I found various artifacts, manuscripts, stones, crystals, and in the large black box, I found an ancient scroll almost disintegrating. I made sure to record every detail of what was written on the scroll with a hidden camera. And thank God I wasn't caught doing this, otherwise I wouldn't be here talking to you. When I arrived at the hotel where I was staying, I quickly packed all my luggage and bought the first ticket I saw back to my home. I rushed to talk to Leonardo, as I had recorded the rest of the scroll and had the complete lyrics of the divine script. After searching for days, we found a scientist willing to analyze both parts of the divine script to create the complete version. This time, without any encryption or secrets, so we could help more people. First, I helped my closest friends and then the more distant ones. They all came back to thank me a few days later. It was truly incredible. My friend Matthew told me that he received an unexpected amount in his bank account from a very old labor lawsuit he had won, but had only received a part of the payment. Another friend, Helen, who was overweight, reported that she lost many pounds and now had the body of her dreams. My wife manifested a great opportunity at work. She had been working as a teacher in a school for 10 years. But just 3 days after listening to this 12 words divine script every day, she received an invitation to be the principal of a private school, where she started earning a salary 3 times higher. Even the scientist of the script and the former police officer who helped me reported great positive changes in their lives in just 7 days, and with each person who thanked me, I became happier. That's when I realized I could reach more people through the internet. So I went to a place I cannot reveal, combined this divine script with everything I learned on my journey, and created the 12 words divine script. This is a step-by-step guide on how to use the divine frequency to tune your heart directly to the frequency of God and manifest all your dreams with just 12 words per day. The best part of the 12 words divine script is that it works without you needing to make any effort. Just get your access to the 12 words divine script, read it or press play and listen, no matter what your device is. Cell phone, computer, tablet, it will work on any device. You will be able to manifest your dreams using the power of the most powerful creative source in the universe, while ordinary people sacrifice their lives being mere pawns in the elite's chess game. I understand, it's not their fault, it never was. The elites and great millionaires did everything to hide this knowledge from you. Since the Middle Ages, this knowledge has been suppressed from the masses. But now, all the truth has been revealed right in front of your eyes. But here's the crappy reality. By now, 98% of people watching this right now probably won't succeed. That means out of every 100 people, only 2 will succeed. You want to know why? Because only 2% of people click the button below this video to get the divine script. By now, if you're so lazy and unmotivated, you cannot click the button below and take 60 seconds to get your hands on the divine script. I'm sorry, but it's not going to work for you. And when you keep failing after that, it's your fault. But if you happen to be a part of the 2% of people watching this that click the button below and get the divine script, you know what to do. To get the divine script, you're going to scroll below this video and you'll see a big yellow button. And when you click it, you will be taken to a page where you'll fill out all your details. This takes just 60 seconds. After that, you'll have full access to everything inside of the divine script. Again, if you're so lazy where you can't even click a few buttons and take less than 1 minute of your time, this isn't going to work for you. So if that's you, don't even bother clicking the button below. But if you are ready to level up in life, you know how to get your hands on the divine script, scroll below and tap that big yellow button to get the divine script.
Hey guys, my name is Ben, and I just wanted to say that the divine script has been a game changer for me. I mean, I just love it because I'm manifesting without even really trying so much or so hard, and things are actually just happening. Basically, my health, and I'm getting my health back. I started, divine script mostly for my health and not really for wealth, but wealth is important, but health is more important for me. I was going through some health issues and now everything's just turning around for me. I feel so good, I feel strong, I'm eating well and sleeping well. And guys, all you got to really do is put your mind to it and you'll achieve anything. Anything is possible, right? And they told me I had high blood pressure. They told me I had an aneurysm in my brain. It was just incredible. And I was in the hospital for a long time. And now everything is just turning around for me. I feel great. My health is getting back to how it was before all those things started to happen. And I just thank the divine script. I thank the divine script.
Every day, we receive hundreds of comments from people who literally transform their lives with the 12 words divine script. These people are attracting success, love, the body, the car, the house, and the trips of their dreams. Today, you also have the opportunity to be part of this select group of people who manage to escape the matrix and live the best version of life. Don't be selfish. Besides changing your own life, many people report that they were able to improve the standard of living for their entire family, even without them knowing the 12 words divine script. The power of manifestation when you tune your heart with God is so great that blessings begin to emerge for other people around you. Promotions at work, cars, love, weight loss, happiness. These are the most common reports we receive. But some go even further, with some experiencing healing from physical discomforts, an increase in intelligence, and a strong will to achieve their dreams. When I remember my entire story, where I almost lost my sisters and risked my life, I have only one certainty. I want to help as many people as possible change their lives with the 12 words divine script, just as I did. Maybe if I had access to the 12 words divine script, I would still have my father with me today. But I need to ask you a question. How much do you think it's fair to pay for the 12 words divine script that has the ability to effortlessly transform your life? How much do you think it's fair to pay so your family can live a peaceful and comfortable life in large houses in gated communities with the best cars and traveling to Paris? Giant media industry companies have made me several millionaire proposals, but they wanted me to sell the 12 words divine script due for at least $7,000. That amount would be fair, considering all the life-transforming effects of the 12 words divine script. But I want to make one thing very clear. These companies will never win me over, because I am not doing this for the money. If I were doing this for money, I would never share all the secrets inside the 12 words divine script, because I already have a very comfortable life. Everything I put with a lot of effort into the 12 words divine script is what brought me more money than I could ever imagine. If I wanted to never work again in my life, I would still have a comfortable life until my last day on earth. I would never ask you to pay $7,000. At that price, it would be impossible to bring the 12 words divine script to the people who need it most. I also have a great commitment to Leonardo. He was the person who helped me when I needed it most. It's only fair that I also help others. Therefore, you will not pay anywhere near $7,000 to access this divine script today. Not even $3,500, which would be half of that amount. You won't pay even $500 or even $300. In fact, I had to lower the price a lot and still pay the expenses out of my pocket. Instead of having to pay $300, I'm going to take all that loss. All you need to pay today to have full and immediate access to all the secrets inside the 12 words divine script and the life-transforming divine script is just $67. But that's not all. If you've made it this far, you won't pay this price. I mentioned that price only so those who aren't truly committed to living an abundant life would leave the page. Since you're still here, I'm going to make a super special discount. This discount is available here on this page and at this moment. If you leave the page, I can't guarantee this same discount. You won't even pay the symbolic amount of $67, which, let's face it, is ridiculously low. You will only pay $37 to access the 12 words divine script and transform your life right now. That's equivalent to the price of a pizza. Now, to take advantage of this massive discount and start seeing changes in the coming days, all you need to do is click the yellow button below. When you do, you will be directed to a secure payment page. On this page, you will fill in all your details with 100% security, as the platform we use invests thousands of dollars in this technology to ensure that your data is never disclosed. Many giant companies use these systems, like Amazon and Walmart. After making your payment, you will have immediate access to all the highly secret materials within the 12 words divine script, ensuring that you can use the divine script to its full potential. This means you don't need to pay an additional $9 or wait for a package to arrive at your house, saving you money and time. Can it get any better? Yes, because I am fully confident that you will see good results. I am offering you a 60-day super guarantee. For any reason, if you are not satisfied with the positive transformations in your life, if you don't like the font we used on the website, or even if you don't like my face, I will refund every penny you paid. Just contact our support team and request your refund. It's that simple. No questions, no headaches, no hassle. You can try the 12 words divine script and see positive changes in your life for 60 days. And even if you change your mind on the last day, you will get all your money back. You don't even need to take any risk. It's like a test drive. I only want to keep your money if you really see results and are 100% satisfied. So start your risk-free trial today. Click the yellow button below and begin your journey to an abundant life. All these conditions are more than enough for you to make a decision right now. But because I genuinely care about your success, I'll accelerate this transformation process by including 3 special bonuses with a total value of $991. Absolutely free if you decide to act now. The first bonus is called Achieve the Millionaire Mind, valued at $497. The secret to becoming a millionaire is not about being super intelligent or having a Harvard degree. The real magic happens when you change the way you think about money. This mindset shift is like putting a money magnet in your pocket. When your mind is correctly tuned to prosperity frequencies, it can make your bank balance grow in ways you can't imagine. The second bonus is The Secret to Unlimited Money Abundance, valued at $297. Did you know there are simple tricks that, when applied daily, can accelerate the attraction of abundance by up to 10 times? You'll be amazed to discover how easy they are to adopt. These small changes are so practical you can start implementing them right away and see the difference they make in your financial life. And lastly, the third bonus is Manifest Money Effortlessly, valued at $197. If money could be linked to a feeling, it would be tranquility. Tranquility and financial prosperity are deeply connected. Tranquility is the feeling of being at peace and in harmony with the universe. The more you cultivate this inner peace, the more easily money flows towards you effortlessly. This bonus is designed to increase your sense of tranquility, making wealth manifestation almost automatic. Now, you have a choice to make. You can close this video or follow the 12 words divine script and achieve the best that life has to offer. What will your choice be? If you chose to transform your life, congratulations. Click the yellow button below and follow my instructions within the 12 words divine script, and soon you will forget what it's like to lack money in your life. It's all very simple and easy to understand. All you need to do is listen to a 12 words divine script on your device every day and let abundance appear in your life effortlessly. It can't get any easier than this, unless I earned the money and gave it to you. Now, what will be your excuse for not changing your life today? All these benefits are valid only now, because if you close the page, it means you don't need it that much, and I only want to help those who truly need it. It doesn't matter to me whether you buy it or not. I just want to help those who really need it. I won't earn a penny from this, and if you choose to let it go, it makes no difference to me. I already make a lot of money because of everything contained within the 12 words divine script. I don't need more. Unfortunately, 95% of the people who have come this far won't make any decision. These are the worst kind, those who abstain from making a decision, even when it's obvious and easy. These people are willing to live a life of scarcity, counting money for essentials, wondering why the rich get richer and their situation doesn't change. It's a pity, because they are the majority. They will do exactly what the elites want them to do, be afraid to act. But if you are afraid to act in a situation like this, you are not ready for a life full of abundance, wealth, and prosperity. Now, if you are part of the select 5% who will make the right decision, if you are motivated to completely change your life in the next few days with the 12 words divine script, don't miss this unique opportunity. The choice is clear and simple. You don't even need to say yes to the 12 words divine script. Just a "I'll try it" will do, because you have a full 60 days to get your money back at any time you want, every penny. All you need is to take a small leap of faith, 100% risk-free. Click the yellow button below to secure the 5 minutes divine manifestation and start transforming your life right now. I can't wait to see your magnificent testimonial after the overnight changes in your life. If you have doubts about your decision, be aware of one thing. As I will incur a lot of losses selling copies of this script, it may already be sold out. Therefore, after clicking on the yellow button below, if it is still available, I recommend that you make the purchase immediately. If you give up on the purchase, then there is no point in sending me an email asking me to release another copy for you, because when the 12 words divine script goes off the air, it will go off the air forever. I don't have a lifetime to fight against these elites. In fact, I'm already tired of all this. They have already managed to take this site down 3 times, and the next time, I won't put it back up. My costs with this are very high, and I also want to enjoy with my sisters and wife all the money I gained after using the 12 words divine script. The opportunity is here, and now. You are the one who should dictate the course of your life. No one else has that power. If you've made the right decision to change your destiny and your family's forever, click the yellow button below now and check if the 12 words divine script is still available.